Good morning. Welcome to Cause, Creating and Understanding Self-Empowerment. I like to start off like I always do. Life get better when you get better. Beautiful morning. I'm alone at the table, only because I'm trying to space the man on the inside format that I'm doing. But I'm starting to see that a lot of people like that format. And I like it too, because like I always say, honey wasn't made by one bee. So as a result of I start to find out that I have more energy and the synergy from having people that's on the podcast with me. And it's starting to be good. A lot of people like to learn lessons before they start. I have became a person that like to start and then learn my lessons. I'm getting better and better with some of the things that I'm doing. And like I said before, it's like you're never great at anything when you start, but you won't become great until you start. And my thing is I always follow the verse inside of me, and I just feel like, this verse is a spiritual verse to try things. And I have learned also that God really don't like to keep talking to people that don't pay attention to him. So most of the time when you detect something that you feel like you could do, you know, you could do it. You just gotta try it. So that's what I'm starting to learn. I learned this a while back, and I just hate that I learned this on the illegal side of life, be daring and trying things. It kind of put me ahead monetarily with a lot of people, but it had consequences. It took me to prison, so I'm not trying to go back to that. So what I'm trying to do is the energy and the daring spirit that I have, I'm trying to try it with positive things, and I have found it to work with many, many things. Just in the 75 days that I have been home, I have accomplished a lot. I have did a lot of things, and a lot of people are congratulating me on my progress. I have a lot of people calling in. I had yesterday 2 people that I know, and both of them been to prison. They was females, and they say, I like the show, but I think you need a female perspective on reentry. So I know that this is co-ed where I'm at, this halfway house, and I know it was a few females that was following the podcast because one morning in the kitchen, someone told me that someone told them to tell me that people was asking for money. So that gives me an indication that, I'm kind of known around here. And then a few people have told me that they seen my birthday online, and they told me happy birthday, although it was late, but they did see it online. So I'm going to welcome that. Maybe I can get some female perspective on reentry, because this is what this is about, reentry, and it's I'm trying to develop a template for others to follow. And I just want to be able, anything you see other people doing, hey, you capable of doing it. You just got to be willing to try it, because you'll find out that you're gonna have some stumps in the road. You're gonna have some obstacles, but like I said in one podcast, it's like an Olympic hurdle jumper, right? His event is jumping hurdles. He looked forward to them, to win the race by jumping hurdles. So that's the thing that I want to be able to do every time I run into a hurdle. And also, you got to realize this here too, that the more you do anything, you're gonna get better at it. I used the example the other day where it's like on our job. Sometimes other things come up on our job, and we got to be trained to this new particular area that we're gonna have to indulge in. It becomes intimidating, but after a while, it just becomes perfunctory. You might don't want to do it, but you know how to do it. Like I told you in one podcast, maturity is an outward appearance. It's like anything that you learn, you get better in it, and then you get matured in it, and you just do it without even thinking about it. Now, you might not want to do it. I said before that when you see an oak tree, you don't realize it comes from the acorn that you've seen on the street, because in every acorn there's an oak tree. It's just that, hey, you just don't see it. And the thing, the way God put everything that he created is everything starts with a seed, right? And when you plant the seed, right, it's like that will come out of the seed do not look like the seed. Meaning when you plant an apple seed, right, it produces apples, but the apples don't look like the seed. You know? And that's how everything is. You know, it's like the manifestation that comes from you planting something. You know, it don't have the same features of that which you planted. But life is a garden. You know, it's a garden that you got to be able to fertilize every day. I said in the podcast the other day with my man, you know, that you must go to sleep every night knowing something that you didn't know that morning when you woke up. You know, because life is a garden. It's all about growing, you know. So, but anyway, I'm just, you know, just trying to just keep some content going, you know. I'm glad that ain't nobody telling me anymore that people are asking for money. You know, it probably is, but it's, you know, but I'm not getting, you know, the messages anymore. But if anybody asks me for money, believe you me, it's not me. You know, because the agenda that I have with this podcast, you know, I already have what I have in mind for it, and it's not about asking you for any money, you know. So anyway, have a great day. I'm about to go in. I just finished my workout. Most of the time when you see me with these gloves on, I've been out here working out with the weights and stuff, and we kind of share weights. It's about 2 or 3 of us that comes out as soon as the door opens, and which is 6 o'clock in the morning, and start trying to get to the weights before everybody else. In the evening, at least 3-4 times a week, I try to run. Yesterday, I thought I was going to do a podcast. That's weird. 2 of the guys wind up coming out that was on the podcast with me, and but they was on their phone in their own world, because I started to ask them. I said, man, you know what? Let's do a podcast out here on this bench, you know. So look forward to that. Could happen because the 2 guys that was in the podcast with me, both of them was impressed by how it turned out. So, you know, so they eager. You know, I ain't saying eager, but I mean, they're willing to return, you know. So also I would like, you know, to comment on what you think about the podcast, you know. If you like it, share it with someone else. Say like, you know, because I'm trying to get my numbers up with this too. Okay, so enjoy your day.